Hey everyone, welcome back to CryptoCache. Thanks so much again for joining me here. Hoping a phenomenal day still. Taking a look once more at Bitcoin. A little bit of an up and down here in this range of 0.5, 0.618 fib levels. We want to talk about this and also discuss potential for retracement. I personally feel like the price is going to pull back a little bit before it legs up again. It may have already done so, and it might be just ramping up and getting ready to take off. But this does feel more so like it's losing its legs, as some people might say, and the price is more likely to pull back. So again, we got our inverse head and shoulders pattern. We got a lot of reasons why the price action is more likely to pull back a little bit lower before it legs up. So just kind of want to preface and throw it out there. Either way, we'll make it kind of fast here today, just because this is kind of an update from earlier today. So welcome aboard if you're new to the channel. Thanks again so much for watching. CryptoCache.tag is a site if you want to become a better trader. You can submit requests over on our Discord if you want me to cover coins. But also, if you want to become a better trader, we got some nice trades here. Good little short Bitcoin short there, 20% on the way down from 65 to about 63K. Then we took a good, 80% profit yesterday from 60,000 to 65,000. That's what it was. Again, cool stuff there. Caught that leg up on Sunday. So let's look at the back end data here first, kind of see what's going on. This probably hasn't changed too much. There is a little bit more liquidation above the price now, with more shorts kind of stacking up. That is sensible. That is normal. Par for the course, okay? This doesn't imply the price is just going to shoot up, though. Please understand that. I know we talk a lot about how liquidation levels act as magnets, but there has to be some type of retracement first before that happens, right? With us being kind of in this range right now, it would make a lot more sense for the price to either stay range bound or leg down first and then back up, okay? So again, just some thoughts there, but geez, no matter how you look at it, there's a tremendous amount more liquidation on the upside than the downside, specifically the 67,000 mark. There's almost 10 billion right at 67.5. Okay, so again, a lot of liquidation above the price action where there's not much below the price. That is par for the course, but again, price going up the way that it has, it would make a lot more sense for it to pull back before it legs up. All right, so again, I think I've gotten that point across there. Let's go ahead and look at the quick technicals here and see what's going on. And again, just kind of see where we're at here for future reference. Let's take a look at the moving averages. We are kind of hanging out right there at the 50 and the 100-day SMA. That's a good sign. Generally speaking, that's positive. Closing at 65,000 or higher, to me personally, should imply that we see further upside. If we close below that, it tells us that we haven't had any momentum, or the momentum rather is lost in going into this resistance level. It makes sense though. If you look at the data, we saw 2 9s on TD sequential in the 4 hour. That puts us at 72 hours of continuation in the same direction. Generally, that reverses itself over time, okay, or will at the very least, plateau, range bound, and leg up again later. So we do have potential for the price to go up from here. Don't get me wrong. I'm not totally on board with the price just dropping like a rock, but I do think it would make sense for the price to pull back a little bit before that happens. Everything here still looks good though. MACD is still converging. Stochastic starting to lose its momentum. This is kind of an initial trend setter letting us know that the momentum is waning. We can also see that we're in between 50 and 70. That's generally a bullish sign. And money flow index is increasing. So the daily time frame, we can check that off the list. It's still good. All right. There's no other way around it. We also have a second stochastic swing to the upside on the weekly, telling us that further upside makes sense. Okay. So do not get it in your head that I'm bearish on this coin just because we short successfully from 65K at key level resistance at the golden pocket to the most recent support level at 0.5 Fibonacci retracement at 62,700. That doesn't imply that I am fully bearish on this coin. It just means that we were able to find a good entry and exit based on specific ranges that we know we're in right now. Okay. Again, range bound activity performs different than, outbursts or decreases in value. There's a lot of different things that we can kind of talk about. Enough about that. Let's discuss here the 4 hour time frame. We lost 70 on the RSI. We were barely back up above it. Basically just implying that we have some resistance here. Big surprise, 65,000 is holding strong. We can also see money flow index tapering off and stochastic RSI swinging down for the second time. That does carry more weight from the first. So my expectation is the price to retrace somewhere in the 63 to 61,000 range, roughly. Again, that's a very loose estimate. We don't know that's going to happen, but it just seems like a probability. However, we look at all the moving averages and we're above all 4. So generally speaking, you don't typically want to short into that. So again, the reason why we took a short yesterday was because there was a lot of overextension, some specific key levels that haven't been tested yet. The first test of a resistance level typically will reject. This is a second attempt of a resistance level, essentially a double top. It should be reinforcing that resistance, but if it breaks and we close above, then we might have a different story on our hands. All that being said, everything looks pretty solid here in the overall sense of still very much bullish, but we're starting to see that shift in momentum. Stochastic pulling back and RSI losing 70 leads me to believe that you should have secured profits on your long position if you hadn't already. We literally secured profits at 80%. What was it, at 64,800? We instantly opened a short at 64,800. You can kind of see here, if you look, here we go. There we go. Secure profits 80%, that was basically 64.8 for a long, and we took a short at 64.8 down to 63.5 just for a quick 20% in 6 hours. Generally, that's how you're supposed to do it, kind of, strategize based on key levels, right? We're in this range right now until we break it above or below. We got to expect it to continue. I think we are going to see further downside just because this momentum is starting to shift. If we look at the Ichimoku cloud, we saw this earlier. Even though we're above the cloud, the lagging span's now intersecting with the price action. That's a prime opportunity to secure profits and make sure that if you have a long position, you shouldn't be greedy. You should conservatively be exiting your position. You don't have to close the whole thing. You can maybe close half, adjust your stop loss higher. Heaven forbid the price pulls back, you still walk away in the green. Okay, there's different strategies you can kind of look at, but at this point here, the cloud is kind of hanging out in this range. Until we break below the cloud, there's really no reason to consider the price is going to go much lower. Okay, so the overall sense here is that, in summary, Bitcoin's looking very strong on most timeframes. We're just starting to see the beginning of a trend reversal, and for larger pattern playouts, we're starting to see that the price action is due for a correction. It may never happen, it may just go parabolic to the upside, and we'll extend out our fib levels and we'll reevaluate. But between now and then, it's probably best to presume the price should go lower until it doesn't. But on the same accord, we also want to not attach ourselves to a bearish mindset. Okay, remain liquid, make sure you understand every day is different, and at this point, Bitcoin is still very strong, and I would recommend just kind of waiting on the sidelines if you're not sure what to do. If you're considering some long positions, instead of shorting to those lower levels, which carries higher risk inherently, take a long or consider a long spot at 60,700, just above that fib level. Consider a long at 63,000, just above that fib level there. Okay, again, I'll post our playout charts here so you can kind of see my thoughts here on our Twitter, Telegram, Discord, and I do also provide YouTube Shorts and TikTok Shorts now. Those are all available there. So that'll be coming here shortly. And again, to my community, I generally like to post our trade alerts here regularly, so you kind of know what my mindset is. It's kind of a deeper dive into what I just discussed with you in these charts here, but it helps you understand, kind of stay abreast on the signals that we're planning or are taking, so we can kind of stay a little bit more active and alive on those. Okay, the whole point is to help you become better, so make sure that you find a way to do that. Okay, if it's not watching my YouTube videos, it's perhaps watching my university videos on our website. There's a lot of different ways you can do it. Okay, I've talked enough. I hope I knocked some sense into the right people, and those who are opposed to what I just said here today, it's perfectly fine. You're entitled to your own opinion, and it's no problem at all. I deeply appreciate you watching. I thank you so much again for the continued support over the last 3+ years to anybody who's been watching. And if you're new, again, welcome aboard. Don't forget to hit that like button. We'll see you in the next one. Have a good rest of your day.